so many, like, and say, hey, I know people look at us like legends, but like we want to grow too. Like, like doesn't mean that we don't want to learn.
Yeah.
And I knew what that kind of meant, like, that they were looking for help. And for me, like, I'll help anybody who has a decent heart, So my response has always been like, well, yeah, of course. Like, if we're not learning and growing, what are we doing here? Like, anyone who thinks they have this dance figured out, that they're out of their mind. And they've stopped growing. That's two things. Because the moment you think you have anything figured out, growth is done. Like, there is no more growth. The moment you think you have it figured out, you're wrong. You don't have it figured out, because it's an endless thing. But if for those who are, lucid or out of their mind enough to think that they do have it figured out, and I'm on this level, so the growth is done. Like, you stop. So anyone who has ever, like I said, I offer it up, to anyone. Just freely, I'll walk over, and offer it up. So if somebody were to ask me, and many who are considered legends, of course, I've taught many, they've been my students, and others that have made their legend status on their own, but just are still on the path of growth. If they've ever had a question or wanted to learn something, I'm all for it, because we don't. Let's keep growing. Let's keep doing it. Feel free to ask me anytime. Like, I love it,
It's an ever-changing thing. I mean, hip-hop, I guess, if you look at it throughout its history, every couple years, it's a different thing. And so if you're not, I guess, evolving with it, you're also, you're losing yourself a little bit.
Kind of. As far as ever evolving, on some level, it's fads too.
It is. It is.
On some level, things come and go. So, it's cool to pay attention and to keep growing. But if it's something that calls to you too, because in the end, you still have to be true to who you are as an artist.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that I see that like look great, but I don't feel they're for me. So I continue to grow in the ways that move me. Because if we're constantly worrying about what somebody else is doing and what's in right now, then we're never really going to find ourselves. Like we're never going to find who we are as a dancer and to continue to build us, like to build yourself as an artist. So, but if so, it's good to pay attention, because if you see something that says, wow, like, yes, I want to use that and incorporate that into my dance, because I think that will take what I want to do and, change, take my art where I want it to go. Like we talked about at one of the last practices, a vision for your dance. You may not be able to do everything that you want to do, but I think any great artist has had some sort of vision for what they want to do, like some grand scheme, like, oh, like that's kind of crazy, and you may not be able to do it now, but when you have that vision, you kind of start doing different movements and different exercises and stretches and whatever else it might be to kind of work towards that goal, to work towards that vision. And then of course there's a whole lot of play that comes along that will change your vision around. But I feel like, all the great artists have to have some sort of vision, even if it changes along the way, to have a vision and to work towards a vision, and to be cognizant of what's around you, but not consumed to where you have to do what they do.
Yeah.
To know like, okay, you know, that's dope. And I recognize that's dope, but that's not me. You know, I'm going to continue to do what I do and take the parts that I really want that I feel will take me towards my vision.